What's up guys, Chase here coming at you with an R&B tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at this beat I did and I'm just going to break down everything. Before we jump right into it, I'm going to play the beat in full so you guys can hear it, and then I'm going to go back and break it down. Cool, so that's the beat. The first thing I started off with was this main piano part, which is actually an audio file, but I first did it in MIDI. So basically the chords I played were F minor 9 to A flat major 7 to G7 alt, okay? The first chord, I just arpeggiated it out, as you can see in this MIDI, and then I kind of played a little staggered second chord, and then right on the downbeat for the last G7. Once I played it, I basically put the effects on this channel, and then I exported the piano out, and then I added these slowdowns at the very end of each bar, or not of each bar, but of each little chop, just to give it a little bit more movement at the end of the phrase. Just make it a little bit more creative. So let's run through those effects that I added on it. So the first thing I added was I just EQ'd out some frequencies I didn't like around 200. I added some reverb. I'm using this Valhalla Vintage Room reverb. I compressed it with this SSL EQ, and then I ran it through RC20. Just a little bit of wobble, a little bit of noise, and distorting it a little bit. If you don't have this plugin, it's a great plugin. A lot of people are using it now just to give instruments like a cool vintage effect. I really like it. I'm glad I got it because I'm using it on a lot of different stuff. So that's the main piano. So for the other melodic elements, when the verse comes in, I have this 808, just an 808 sample. And that goes with the kick pattern, so I can play both these at the same time. Right, so they hit at the same time, just to lock the bass in with the kick. And then the other thing I did was added this H.E.R melody. So it's the same piano sound as before. Just going G to C. Just hitting the 9. I thought it added some cool texture. And then when we get to the chorus part that I had in mind, we got this string patch, and I've just kind of spread it out across the speakers. And it's playing the same chords as the piano part. It's just fully, like there's no, if you look at the MIDI, there's no, I'm not rolling or doing anything like that. I'm just holding these chords out. So I hold these chords out, it sounds like this. All right, so some super simple part, and then I've just sidechained it to the kick so it ducks in and out when it's playing. Then we got this tremolo string patch. Just holding out a G, which is actually works over every single chord. So it's holding out over the F minor 9. So you got the 9. That's the G that the string is holding out is the 9 of the first chord. It's the 7th of the A flat major 7. And then it's the root of the G alt. And then for these strings, I just got them off of Logic. Logic has great like preset instruments. The other melodic element I have is this flute, which is also from Logic. I added this trapping bandpass filter from the auto filter. Here it is, just the preset setting. And then I just added some delay on it, quarter note delay. And this is what you get. Right, so cool part. And then the last melodic element I have is these two horn parts. It's the same part, I just hard pen one to the right and one to the left. Just added some stereo delay to give them a little bit of depth, and then RC20, just distorting it so it kind of gives it that old degraded quality. And so that's all the melodic elements. Then I have these little transitions which I want to show you guys, and then we'll get into the drums. So going into I kept this beat super simple because I was kind of imagining like a vocalist singing on it, so like maybe H.E.R, maybe Lucky Daye, someone like that. So I just kept it super sparse. I feel like if you think that you're gonna maybe send something to a vocalist, always try to just keep it super simple so they have room to sing over it. So going into the verse, I just have this Kanye West, yeah. I don't know if it's actually from a Kanye song, but I just got it off of Splice. I just put some echo on it, and then I just panned it from one side to the other. I think from right to left. Yeah, from right to left. Just going right into the verse, so let's hear that. Right, so that's a cool little transition. I love transitions. I feel like they really just break up the song and give the song energy going into maybe like a chorus or a verse. So then going to the chorus, we've got this little drum fill, which I just got off Arcade, and I just compressed it and put the drum break setting on RC20 on it. It's from the drum breaks pack in Arcade, and it just goes like this. And then the other thing I added was a ride cymbal hitting on 1 that just echoes with a half note delay. Right, so let's play it all together. Right, and then so for just the main drums, I've just got this kick, pretty basic kick, a Neptune snare, and then just some 16th note hi-hats from, this is from the Logic drum kits. Open hi-hat from the Logic drum kit as well. And then cowbell on the upbeat. Then some 808 hat rolls here. The first one is a higher up one in the right ear. The second one's a lower one in the left ear. And then I got this shaker loop. Originally it sounded like this, so I'm gonna just play it what the original shaker loop sounded like. So it's actually double time because it's at a pretty fast tempo. It's at 153. So I just threw Cable Guy halftime on it just to make it like a more realistic pattern. And then for the chorus, I changed the drums up. It's the same pattern. I just added some extra layers. So on the snare, there's a wood accent, kind of like a rim. And then the second time it hits, I got a tambourine on it. So first time wood, second time tambourine. And then what else do I have? Oh, I got this clap as well that hits on the second time. Just a pretty wide clap. Just a pretty wide clap that hits on the second time. And then for the second part of the chorus, I bring that Kanye Ye back. Just to give it a little bit, just to kind of break up the chorus so there's something catching your attention the second time. And then the outro, it's just the same riff with a snap over it. And then other than that, I've got some background noise, some vinyl crackle that kind of just goes over almost the entire beat, and some background talking. The thing about the ambient sounds that I like is they just kind of take like, I think Kenny Beats said this, it's like just taking a super simple beat. If you add like kind of Foley effects or background noises, it just kind of makes a super simple beat sound really intentional. And I thought it definitely added a lot, so I definitely left it in there. Yeah, and that's the whole beat. So let me know if you guys want to see some other tutorials, if you guys want some different lessons. So I'm also in Ableton now as well, so if you guys want to see some Ableton tutorials, let me know. And then if you guys want to see a different tutorial about maybe I'll make a beat like this artist or make a beat like that artist, just like comment down below like what type of tutorials you want to see. I'm really trying to keep up and do a lot more of these. So yeah, I was really inspired after one of my other videos got a lot of love. So just let me know what you guys want to see, and I'm going to try and crank out some more videos. All right, thanks guys.